Today, we are going to be looking at 5 more reasons that you should purchase an electric unicycle right now. Number 1, electric unicycles are improving really fast. As many of you who are watching this video may know, the world of electric unicycles has now introduced suspension electric unicycles into their realm. This is a big deal. We've got the Kingsong S18 and the Inmotion V11, and soon to come the Gotway X, all using air suspension. Some are better than others, but it brings some more competition to the table. We also have new technologies involving larger 3500, 3200 watt-hour battery packs and larger motors, meaning that you can go 70 kilometers an hour before beeps even start to kick in. So the veteran Sherman is a high-speed, high-power wheel, and the soon-to-come Gotway X will be a high-power 100-volt wheel, and the Gotway Monster Pro will be a super high-power wheel. Those are the 3 that I know that are coming. They're going to be super long range, like at least 100 miles. Number 2 is availability. There's a downside to all this performance and capability of electric unicycles over e-bikes, skateboards, scooters, one wheels, all those other personal transportation devices. There's a downside, which is there's not really a category that they fit into yet. There is no bylaw. There's no, at least like in Canada where I live, there's no bylaw passing them. So I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if it's illegal. And if somebody gets hurt sooner or later, which is bound to happen, going on a veteran or a Monster Pro or something, going 70 or 80 kilometers an hour, and someone gets hurt because they weren't geared up properly, they're going to blame the companies and shut the companies down and make it illegal for these devices to be used in the city. So what that means in my brain is go order one now, because they may not be available soon. Number 3 is fun. I'm not totally certain, but I think I may have mentioned this in my last video, but kind of going off onto the suspension wheel spectrum is the S18. That's a super fun off-roading wheel. A lot of people are calling it specifically off-roading. You can use it in the city, but because of the DIN-M or the Fox shock that you can swap out, it's super tunable. You can mold it to what you want to ride, just like a mountain bike. And unlike the V11 or the X, which uses proprietary shocks, this is a whole customizable system, and it's just a lot more similar to what we use on a daily basis now with mountain bikes. So riding in a mountain bike park is no problem. It's going to be one of the easiest trail riding unicycles to use, and I think it just increases the fun level of trail riding and street riding and park riding. Number 4 is the eco-friendly aspect. As with any other form of personal electric transportation, not really including electric cars because they're giant and pod-like, and they're better than gas vehicles, but not really in the end. But personal electric vehicles are the way to go if you want to help the environment and you still want to get around in a city like New York, or even just a small city like mine. If you were to take a 4-person family and put them in a Tesla, the amount of battery power it takes to move that 1-ton piece of sheet metal around is a lot more than it takes to drive you personally around. Even if you were to say, take all 4 of you, the amount of battery that it takes to go this distance is a lot less because you're not moving the vehicle. So you got a lot less batteries. Even though the batteries have to be recycled, the batteries aren't necessarily good for the environment. They're better than other options, but they do have to be recycled at one point. They don't last forever. So there's that, but in the end, for right now, it's one of the best solutions that you can do. Number 5, the last one, is kind of a broad point, but it still needs to be brought up, and that is we need more worldwide riders. In order to make electric unicycles, one-wheel scooters, bikes, all these different devices, skateboards, such, known to the public, like, we need to ride them. We need to get more riders involved in this. I pass people all the time who are like, what the heck is that? Scooters and bikes and other forms of personal electric transportation are more known because they're just more out there, but electric unicycles, there are far too few around. There needs to be more. So if you know any friends or family that would like to get into the sport of electric unicycling, please hit them up and let them get into this sport and give them a little bit of a hand choosing the perfect unicycle for them. Because without a bunch of riders worldwide, there's no way for this to grow and for people to understand the positive aspect with electric unicycles and PEVs. Originally, I had planned to purchase the Inmotion V11, and I actually did go through with my order, and it was about 2 weeks from arriving in Canada here, and I decided to cancel it. So in Canada, it's about $3,000, which is, at my age, I'm 17, at my age, that's a good car. So not because I wanted to buy a car did I stop the order, but mostly because $3,000, there's going to be bugs in the first batch. I already know that the bearings aren't very good, and I'd have to replace the bearings, which is relatively cheap compared to the unicycle, but I'd rather have all these bugs fixed and buy it in the second batch if I decide to buy it at all. And also, winter is about a month and a half away in Canada here, in Saskatchewan, Canada, so what I would end up doing is riding it for a month at most, and then putting it away into my basement, and I wouldn't see it for a long time. So what didn't really make sense to buy it, I really was looking forward to getting a new suspension wheel. So I'm without a wheel currently. I'm riding my friend's skateboard, so that's fine, but I'm without a wheel currently, and hopefully come spring I will order a new wheel, but I will still continue to put content out on my knowledge on electric unicycles, which is iffy, but I can help you guys out even without having a wheel in my possession. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed the video. If I really do deserve it, please hit that notification bell and the subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm slowly building up my channel here, and it's taken a while. I'm really working hard, trying to put out a video every week or so. And if you like this content, please feel free to leave a comment below, letting me know what your thoughts are. If there's something that you'd like to hear about, feel free to let me know. We will see you in the next vid. Cheers.